Hello everyone. So I wanted to jump on really quickly. I'm sharing my screen with you and about the poll that we did. So I wanted to chat with you really quickly and share the results for the What Do You Think poll review chapter 1. So the first question was, how scientific is sociology? So in the textbook they answered 54% said scientific, 44.6% said not scientific. And surprisingly, more of our class believes sociology is scientific, which is interesting. And I'll ask kind of you to think about that later and why that might be. So, like I said, more of this class believes that sociology is scientific as compared to the national study that was done. People need not overly worry about others. So, majority of our class say neither agree or disagree. So that was your majority of you, that was your answer. Whereas in the national poll, much less, a lower percentage, like 24% said, here, let's move this. 24% said neither agree or disagree. So we would see here that the second most popular answer is disagree. So people need not overly worry about others. It's kind of a weird way to word the question, but 33% of you disagree with that statement, which is less than the national survey. Now, what about, are people helpful or looking out for themselves? So, you guys said that the majority of our class said that people are looking out for themselves. So about 54% believe that typically people are looking out for themselves, and compared to the national survey, which was about 50%. So our class was actually a little bit higher, with the view that typically people are looking out for themselves. Now, what about people being treated with respect? So the statement is people are treated with respect. Majority of our class disagree that people are treated with respect. So 51.5% of you disagree with this statement. This is a fairly large difference in percentages among our class versus a national survey. So in the survey, only 9.2% disagree, whereas in our class, 51.5% disagree. What do you guys think about that? What does this tell us about our society? What does this tell us about our community compared to our nation? Start thinking about those things. Let's see. So people are treated with respect. We disagree typically. So can people be trusted? We, in our class, most people felt that people cannot be trusted. Interesting. So most of our class said, can people be trusted? Oh wait, it actually says yes. So can people be trusted? 51.5% of our class said yes. So majority actually says yes. So let me change this to can be trusted. Now, compared to the national survey, which says only 33.4% of people said yes, people can be trusted. So our class feels like more of us can be trusted. Let's see what's going on here. One second. Okay. Not sure why that happened. Okay. Now, I want you to start thinking, and you can play this back. Why do you think we're talking about this? Why did I want to compare our answers to the national survey? why even look at these polls? What do you think that tells us about our society, our community, the times that we're living in? And not all of it was negative, right? I think that when we start looking at these types of questions, or we start looking at social problems, I think that we can get wrapped up thinking that we're looking at these negative issues. But I really think that there's a lot to be said about, what they talk about in chapter 1, and this idea of service sociology, and that we're not just looking at the problem, we're also looking at how we can be a solution to the problem. And I hope that we can kind of focus on that this semester, is we're identifying social problems, in our society that affect us and affect others. But we're also kind of trying to figure out, how can we embrace the culture of service? How can we create change? So look at our answers. Look at how they compare. What does it say about us? What does it say about our thought about how we think of people, and how we think about our community? So that is the poll for this first week. I hope that you guys found that interesting. I hope that we get to continue doing this each week. Let me go ahead and just jump on to our Canvas page. Now I can't get this to get wider, which is fine. So I wanted to remind you that we have our chapter 1 readings due this week, our discussion board. This is in student view, so you guys can kind of see the way it would look on your page. We have our social issues discussion, which is due tomorrow, September 2nd, by 11 p.m. We have the additional What Do You Think poll, which is for our next week topics. Now, when you submit this, go to the Google survey, but you can also do start assignment when you're done, and just click done, submit, and then it won't show that you're missing an assignment. So once you do the Google survey on this page, it pops up, you answer all the questions, you submit here, then you go back and you just type done on your assignment. Some of you had that question, so I wanted to clarify. We have, let's see, we've got your poll, we've got the discussion board, and then we have our chapter quiz for this week. There's flashcards here. There is PowerPoint presentation, which is helpful, and I really like this media link section. These are some good YouTube videos, other videos, NPR, about topics that we're covering. So if you get a second, have a peek at some of these, maybe some that you find interesting. We also are having office hours. I'll have office hours from 1 to 3 every Wednesday. So if you have questions, if you want to jump on and say hi, please do so. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.